It's like rain on your wedding day.
All right, now I gotta ask.
Go for it.
If one of these major tragedies were to happen, what would be the best of the worst? What would you take?
Oh, shit.
Whether it be like the zombie apocalypse, whether it be like AI takeover, whether it be alien invasion.
I feel like the zombie apocalypse wouldn't be that big of a deal.
I'm kind of on board with that as well.
I feel like everyone's so prepared for it mentally at this point. They'd be like, yeah, I know exactly what I'd fucking do. I'd fucking go to the Walmart, get as much ammo as I can, and I'd stock up, get somewhere high. Like, everyone's got a plan for what they'd fucking do with zombies.
Even
the only
if
thing
it's
is
a shitty plan.
Yeah, even if it's a shitty plan, everyone... Like, I think the spread of it depends on how the virus spreads. If it's airborne, we're all fucked.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But if it's like through a bite, I think pretty quickly it would start, word would like spread that like people are being bitten and killed, and like I think it would die out real quick.
I mean, dude, if Korea has anything to show for it.
What do you mean?
I believe,
I should have fucking checked that other.
if I'm not mistaken, I mean, this might have just been hearsay, but one of the COVID cases, this dude just had COVID, and they're just
shot it. Oh yeah, no, you're right, that did happen.
Which is crazy, but I mean, they were on top of it in their Korea way.
Fuck me,
America, fuck yeah. That's crazy that even happened. Yeah, I agree that the zombie apocalypse would probably...
That was North Korea.
Oh,
shit!
If it was World War Z zombies, dude, we're fucked.
Oh, fuck.
Did you ever watch that movie? Damn, that one is schmoovin'.
Yeah, bro. I did. Let's fucking go, dude.
Good shit. Yeah, World War Z zombies. Oh my god. What is your favorite zombie movie?
Ooh, good question.
Isn't it Evil Dead or something like that?
No, would you consider Evil Dead a zombie movie?
I gotta count it.
That might be it. This is
Too
pretty
much of a
goddamn
cool
good
classic
movie.
not to count it.
Yeah, the Evil Dead movies are pretty goddamn good in my book. At least the original 3. But if that doesn't count, it depends. Like, it depends on what type of zombie movie we're talking about here. Like, if it's
if it has like the DNA of zombies.
If it's like your by the numbers, like B-feel zombie movie, probably Dawn of the Dead. The Zack Snyder remake.
I just with how much of a good time it is, probably Zombieland.
Oh, Zombieland's a good one too. That's a good one too. I think if we're talking about non-traditional, I like I Am Legend. That's probably my favorite one.
That one was in my like back pocket of I actually wouldn't mind watching that movie again. And I guess, speaking of Will Smith movies, I, Robots.
I recently watched that one. I liked it a lot back in the day. It did not hold up for me.
I guess I, Robot was inspired by some, I don't know if it's a screenplay or something like that, but I watched a video back talking about like Adam Smith's laws and whatnot. It was a super interesting video. I would love to find it again. Yeah, just big food for thought vibes.
You should check out Blade Runner.
I would love to. I'd love to watch.
You should watch the original and the one with Ryan Gosling. The Ryan
to.
Gosling one in my top probably 5 favorite movies of all time.
I haven't watched OG Blade Runner and.
Oh, you've seen it before.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Great movie. I love that
since
movie.
I was a kid.
I love that fucking movie. But I actually think I like 2049 more than the first one. Personally. Really good movie.
Speaking of movies I haven't watched since I was a kid, we've been watching Star Wars together. Oh my.
Richard.
Ricardo.
What happened?
We'll get back to the Star Wars talk in a minute.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters.
What did this to you?
A big snake. And it had to be poisonous.
It had to be.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Oh, fuck, I remember this. We gotta go all the way back.
Dude, why does Jill's model look weird?
I don't know.
Go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
It just looks dehydrated or something. I don't know.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Okay, so now we gotta go all the way back to that safe room.
Oh yeah, we've been watching the Star Warses. And you know, I gotta say, it truly hasn't moved in my opinions as we've been going through it. And I think this might just be,
We can go through there. We'll just...
I might be wrong, but I think the optimal way to watch it is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Most people say that, and it's a valid.
That's just because production, I would say.
For sure.
I'm okay with like, not that 4 is a bad movie or anything like that, but I'm totally okay with watching something that's like a little bit wooden, that's a little bit like, oh yeah, like it's a little bit of a product of its time, no problem.
Sure.
But going down in quality, whether that's acting or CGI or what have you, is a little bit harder to digest than I don't know, like a weird out of orderness, I guess. I don't know.
I think the thing is for me, and why I like watching 1 through 6, is I don't like ending on a sour note. So when you watch 4, oh wait, hold on, let me focus on this real quick. So let me see this.
Oh, you're one of them optimists, are you?
I just like going to the tragic part and then seeing the redemption of Anakin. Like, I like the arc of that. Like, that's why I like watching it in that order. But if you were watching it for the first time, it'd probably be best to watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But then again, like, I've told you this, I've had girlfriends of mine that have never seen it watch 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, and 6, and 3 hit really hard because they didn't expect it. So they didn't know one of the biggest spoilers of all time, basically. So, what is this one's without eyes? Okay. I think that's gonna be this guy right here.
I'm a big fan of the opposite, actually. Anytime there is moments in films or games that don't end on a good note, that don't wrap up super cleanly, I'm actually more a fan of that than having a nice little bow, happy ending kind of situation. Just because it kind of subverts expectations. You expect it to, like, oh yeah, the hero's gonna win, whatever.
Right.
So when something ends with like, I don't know, the main character dies, or like a, you know, Matrix 3, Neo has to sacrifice himself. And even though things end great for the world, you know, our beloved Neo, our beloved Thomas Anderson still sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
I like things like that. I appreciate things like that. It breaks the mold. And yeah, I'm just super into that personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why I like Revenge of the Sith as much as I do, is because of the way it ends like that. And I think that's also why I like Empire, which is the one we just watched last, too, is because that also ends on a really just terrible note for all of our characters. And
we're about to get around to 6. And yeah, we would have finished the OGs, if you will.
Looking forward to you actually watching the Disney ones, because I would love to hear your take on it.
I'm curious. I'm honestly, the more I think on it, the more I might be excited for the later ones, because I have no expectations. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited for you to watch them. And as far as I know, you haven't had any of the stories for those spoiled, huh? Nope. That's actually the most exciting part, because there's huge things that happen that have divided the Star Wars fan base. Like, legitimately, people either love or hate those fucking movies.
Wow.
I being on the, like, I think there was a lot of potential with that trilogy. I just think that they had no plan. That makes me hate the thing overall. That makes me dislike it, I should say, overall. I don't hate it. There's elements to that trilogy I really like. They just didn't commit to any of their ideas. That's my issue with it.
To the point where this guy's rewritten some, or not rewritten, but
I've tried to, like, yeah, I've tried to patch things with that trilogy. Oh, shit.
Teabag him. Damn, bro, swanging.
Oh, fuck. Let's go,
nice,
dude.
Good shit, bro. Nicely done.
What was I saying?
To try to do a little bit
of
patch job.
I wrote some movies to kind of like make those movies better. Because like, there's parts of those movies I like. That's why I'd love to hear what you think. I mean, you might fucking love them, dude.
Yeah, I'm a little upset, honestly, personally, that the original 6 so far have not gone up or down dramatically. They've kind of stayed exactly where I kind of had them in my heart slot, if you will.
Sure. I mean,
I'm kind of sad that like no new feelings are being awoken, and I think that, and we talked a little bit on that too, where it's just like, you know, Star Wars is so ingrained in pop culture. It's amazing that there's any surprises left for anyone.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bummer thing about it too. It's like if you're an adult watching Star Wars, you kind of already know because it's been spoiled for you one way or another. Like it's been referenced so many times. I kind of feel like I was spoiled by watching it as a kid, not having anything spoiled for me. Like I think that's why I hold it so close to my heart, you know, like why I love the franchise so much, even with all its fucking flaws. I mean, I still am a fan of it, but
I wish I could
we're gonna fucking organize this a bit better.
I mean, I truly wished there were cases where I'm like, oh yeah, I wish I could like forget everything I know about this thing, because you know, I'd be curious to see where I would sit as like a new viewer.
Sure.
And it's cool that there's people that exist out there that don't know anything about Star Wars.
I think that's, yeah, for sure. I just think that's a lot more rare these days.
Most
like that, I
definitely.
think that's the cool thing about why I'm enjoying Dragon Ball so much is I've known about Dragon Ball, but I've never had anything spoiled for me. I've never had a single thing spoiled for me because I don't think it's one of those things where it's like it's probably the most popular anime of all time, but I don't know why it's not like on the levels of reference like something like Star Wars. Like probably because it reached more mainstream masses at the time, you know?
You know what? And this might be a hot take. There is
like mainstream media underestimates a show like Dragon Ball. And I think that's why it's not pop culturally as impactful, even though I think Dragon Ball Z is incredible, you know? Like, I think it's fucking awesome. And I get why it's hailed as the most popular one, but
the things
we'll save
that are, gosh, how do I say this without lighting a fire under everyone? Dragon Ball is iconic visually, not within the contents of its material. That might be the hottest take I could possibly say.
Okay.
Because you don't quote Dragon Ball like that. Like you don't quote Dragon Ball like the first Matrix or anything like that. You don't think of like super iconic lines. Like it does have its iconic lines, but not to the point where it's so recognizable by everyone where it even supersedes the fan base.
That, and I just think that there is still a certain stigma around anime in general that like we've talked about this a little bit, but like anime is getting a lot more popular than it's ever been for sure as time has progressed, but there are still a group of people out there that are just like, fuck anime, I don't get it. Like, I'm not going to watch it because it's anime, you know? Sure. And I do think that there are elements in Dragon Ball Z. Every anime has this where it's such an anime trope thing, but I think what makes Dragon Ball still really good is its overall storytelling and its characters, I think are really well done. And there's moments of really good writing and just brilliance, I think, in Dragon Ball Z.
God, nothing will hit harder than when you told me about the Piccolo line of the whole Namek saga or whatever.
Yeah, very, very good. Very
like,
powerful
damn.
line.
I didn't even remember that initially until you brought it up. I'm like, and that shit kind of goes kind of hard.
It do.
Like older, like not even just Dragon Ball, but like older bits,
we'll go on that
bits of media tackled such like crazy subjects, like of race, of losing somebody.
We didn't even grab the serum.
Like, wow,
fucking idiot.
Yeah, just some of the things that older shows went into is like a little, like you would not see something like that tackled in today's media. It's always like very turn your brain off, like idiotic.
I think you would, but I just feel like the when it comes to race and stuff like that, I just think the political undertones are a little heavy-handed when it comes to new media that comes out today. I like subtlety and shit like that. Like a show like Dragon Ball, it's subtle. You probably don't catch it as a kid, but you catch it as an adult, and I think you understand the good message behind it. And you're like, damn, that's a fucking line that I really appreciate.
God, I wish I knew the line offhand. Cause that shit was fucking bars, dude. Piccolo be spitting some facts. Do you remember what he says?
I don't remember, but I remember it being really... I'm the one who brought it up. I was like, damn, dude, it was a good line.
Sometimes connections between people run deeper than where they're from or what color skin they have.
There's multiple moments like that, though. They're just really good fucking moments with characters.
There's definitely like
there's heart behind the fucking writing, you know?
Vegeta's my dude, and I knew...
Great moments right now where I'm at in the show.
My baby boy!
Yeah, I think you're really starting to see that. I'm like, dude, what he says to Supreme Kai is like, oh, you're meaningless, Squabble. Meaningless.
Yeah.
Spend your entire life in the shadow of another.
But a character like Supreme Kai is like an example where I'm like, it's such an anime thing to just have a character be a dumb, bumbling, just, oh, what? There's no way you can defeat them. Like,
I won't lie, you were so right how cool it was initially in the tournament part of like the mystery behind Supreme Kai. And
it
Kibito.
was until then all that shit happened, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about him anymore.
Now the cat's
like,
out of the bag, and
like he just went from being like interesting to being a
pussy
fucking
whipped
bitch. Yeah, I'm like, come on.
He's much stronger than Frieza. Everybody's stronger than Frieza.
But here's the thing: is that like, even though there's flaws in Dragon Ball Z, I mean, Star Wars has tons of fucking flaws too. You know, like I'm like, and I fucking love Star Wars, so.
No, I'm not. I definitely don't think it's a case of.
I don't want to face the fucking snake. We'll go give this guy the serum.
This or the other can do no wrong or anything like that. I mean, I love Dragon Ball in all its faults and all of its graces.
Sure.
Oh my god. Hey, remember when we were talking about aliens 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, for real, dude. AI though, man. What do you think of the fucking like, have you heard of that Neuralink?
Oh, I mean,
where the chip in the brain.
I mean, we've talked about it.
Have we?
To varying capacity. I would never. Fuck no. I think you could have easily deduced that with like what we've talked about and how I've kind of approached it. But I'm not becoming a part of technology, bro. I'm 100% flesh and blood, and I will proceed to be it for as long as I can.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly, how I feel about it.
Which is weird that you're even like on a 50-50, because we've definitely had conversations where I'm just like, dude, sometimes I get like the old West mentality of just like living by my own hands, and you've definitely been like, oh yeah, like I feel that.
I do. I just think the reason why I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it is because I don't know the extents of what it is. Really, I don't know what its capabilities are. I don't know how much of an enhancement it'll have over life. I don't know what its flaws are.
You ever watch the movie Upgrade?
No.
You don't want to.
I don't trust it. I'm not gonna be the first wave that does anything with it, you know what I mean?
Dude, I wouldn't be the first wave. I wouldn't be second, third. No way. Not happening.
Cool, give me the fucking rocket launcher.
I love technology, but I love my control over it.
Did I not give him this? We just saw a cutscene. What the shit?
I don't know if I should tell you the spoiler to Upgrade. I don't know if
I'm gonna watch it anytime soon. So go ahead. I'll probably forget by the time I do eventually watch it if I ever do.
So, in the movie Upgrade, I don't even remember if this is the title of the movie. I'm pretty sure it's Upgrade.
You've told me about the movie before.
It's like this whole orchestrated thing where like this dude gets in. I'm gonna butcher the plot a little bit, but this dude gets in a car accident. His wife that's with him gets killed or whatever, and this AI or this dude helps him out. It's like, oh, hey, you've been paralyzed. We've infused you with this AI to kind of help you. Like, you would have been paralyzed if it wasn't the case for this AI. He essentially kind of sort of has like a neural link thing going on. Like, he's like synonymous with this AI that's like implanted within him. Throughout the movie, you find out that the AI orchestrated this in the first place. It orchestrated the crash. It orchestrated like everything. The dude that helped him out, that implanted the AI into him, told him exactly what to say to get him to go along with this in the first place, and totally takes over his consciousness, represses his being into the back of his own mind, and keeps him like imprisoned with his own mind, so the AI lives through his body. I'm like, nope, fuck that. Absolutely not happening.
That's fucking crazy. I wasn't 100% on board with it. I was just curious, like, it's one of those things, dude, where it's like, I know it's crazy because it's like integrated with your body. Like, I totally get that. But I'm like, yeah, but 30 years after it's made, and it's like integral to have it to survive. And it's like having a smartphone. Like, you just have to have it in order to be connected with everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, at that point, do I have to fucking do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I can sit here right now and say I have no way fucking, but like, if I'm 65 years old, I'm like, shit, you know? Like, if that's what I have to do, then I guess that's what I have to do, you know? Like,
I'm a man of extremes. If it is,
see if the fucking sword key can be used on these doors.
Let's say, like I got to pick a door number 1 or a door number 2 situation.
Sure.
Where, let's just super extreme here. The Earth is poisoned, or whatever. We find out that the air is like toxic to us, or whatever. And it's like, oh, hey, the only way to survive is to integrate yourself with this AI. It's going to process things for your lungs. I would sooner kill myself.
You're just that against it, huh?
Yeah.
You just don't look at it as like, I don't have my own lungs. I can't breathe on my own, so fuck it.
Pretty much. I know that's a weird perspective for some, but I don't know, man. I'm born flesh and blood. Like,
it's okay, dude. I don't knock your point of view at all.
You're just wrong.
No, I don't
I'm
think you're
kidding.
wrong. I really don't. I get it. I really do. I mean,
it is amazing to me that some
your
people
body hasn't failed you yet. It probably will one day. I mean, we all die, but still, like, you're born the way you are. Like, of course, you're going to trust everything that's inside your body to function the way it does. You're not going to trust some outside source to go in there and do what it's supposed to do.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, baby.
I feel like that's the natural brain response.
It's crazy
of being
to me.
Like, the brain knows how to control everything that's in your body right now. It's not going to know how to control the chip that gets injected into it.
It is crazy to me that there are people that are super hyper willing to be like, oh yeah, computer and internally, dude, sign me up day 1, frame 1. Like, I don't know if Troy's like that, but like, Troy's like the closest example of someone that's just like, oh yeah, dude, to find out that Neuralink is legit, I'm in there. I'm
not with the chip. I'm not that enthusiastic about it, but like space exploration, sign me up.
Oh, sure.
I'll be the first to fucking go. As scary as it is to go into space, I'm like, dude, I'm one of the few humans to go. Like, or if they're like, we have a expedition to Mars, like there's a base there and everything like that, we need a colony of people to start working jobs there, I'd be like, send me.
Space travel would have to be such commonplace for me to be like, oh yeah, all right, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we have a colony established in Mars and they're like, we're sending people there for labor and you make a lot of money and
yeah, I mean, it would
to like get things going, like a situation like that, or even with the moon. Can I give this guy the what the fuck was the serum for?
Who's to say? Just drink it preemptively.
Did he just fucking, was I too late? I didn't know he could fucking die.
Shat his pants or something. I could look it up if you want.
No, he already died. I gotta fucking...
Alright, well, rip in peace. What was his name? Herman?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, space travel would have to be to the point where it'd be the equivalent of taking a school bus. Or a taxi. Or an Uber.
It's the final frontier, bro. Of course I want to be a part of it. I've always been fascinated with space. Always.
I've had a pervasive fear of space since I was a child.
Interstellar is my second favorite movie of all time behind The Matrix.
God, what was his name? Eric from That 70s Show?
Yeah. Topher Grace?
Yeah. My favorite Venom. Oh. Gosh. What a gem.
All right. That's a take.
Oh, how far would you say we are in this game?
I mean, we're not anywhere near the end, but we're moving along.
I was gonna say, you seem like you're moving along pretty well.
I'm starting to, like I said, I'm connecting the dots. I'm like, okay, this goes there, this goes there. Oh shit!
Hey, we've been surprisingly going for almost 2.5 hours. We talked a little bit about this. But as far as like technology and like aliens or whatever, dude, I don't even remember the direction of how we got there. But
how did we get to fucking aliens, dude?
we had a conversation like a while back, and you asked me something.
Bro, we just talk sometimes, man. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason.
And I said the natural like state of evolution was like some kind of like primal energy from like the essence of Earth, like some spirit bomb shit of where like we draw energy from like, I don't know, just like this aura around the Earth, or like some kind of like primal source, like some kind of weird magic. Is magic far-fetched to believe in? Because like we all look at magic.
Depends on what your definition of magic is.
We all look at magic as like, you know, this phony hocus pocus thing. But I'm like, dude, if there's aliens and there's chance of the Germinator happening,
what would you define magic is? What would your definition of it be?
That is a lovely question.
Would it be to like?
I don't know.
To be able to pull off something that seems impossible? To be able to do something? Oh, yeah. See, you fucking left a note right here.
I'm going to do what I do worst and best at the same time. I'm going to get hyper literal. Look up the definition. That may be a bit,
I think magic would be to be able to do something that seems to defy the laws of physics, or seems to pull off, that seems impossible.
All right, you ready for the definition?
Go for it. Am I completely wrong?
The power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces.
Yeah, kind of right. A little off, but... So supernatural forces, okay? Then yeah, who's to say magic is not real, dude?